you doing? This is TV and school. Вивчаємо з тобою ми англійську. How are you? Що скажеш, коли ти зустрінеш якогось іноземця? So, let's speak English. Англійська мова Шекспіра та нью-йоркських таксистів. Англійська стане у нагоді вам, бойс і дівчиська.
Hello everyone and welcome to the English lesson. My name is Anna and today we're going to start a new topic – youth lifestyles. Всім привіт, мене звати Анна, це урок англійської мови для 9 класу і сьогодні ми з вами починаємо вивчати нову тему – youth lifestyles. So, let's get going at once to the lifestyles of young people, the teenagers just like you. On the screen, you can see the pictures that actually illustrate the lifestyles of different teenagers around the world. So you can actually see the different subcultures. So here it is, the first one, K-pop, and the people who are the fans of this culture are called K-poppers. So what is K-pop? K-pop is the pop music that is made in Korea. There are usually K-pop bands that consist of girls only or boys only. They are very popular amongst the Korean youngsters and, of course, the people around the world as well. The second lifestyle, the second subculture is whole girls. Who are whole girls? These actually are the bloggers, beauty bloggers or just YouTube bloggers in general who buy some things, cosmetics, clothes or something else, and they do the unpacking on the camera. So these people actually, whole girls, are the shopaholics who like to show what they've got in the shops. So the next culture is soft grunge. So that's more about clothes, not just lifestyle. So as you can see, the girl is wearing some specific clothes, and that is what soft grunge is. In the fourth picture, you can see the illustration of C-punk culture. This culture appeared 7 years ago, approximately, in Tumblr. And as you can see, it shows quite interesting colors of the hair and the tattoos on people's bodies. And actually, these people are quite sunny, shiny, and cheerful as well. So, and the last one on this slide, Tumblr girls. You can see the picture of a very picturesque representative of this culture. So, Tumblr girls, they are fond of cosmetics, they are fond of nice clothes, they are fond of brands, and they love taking pictures. And let's take a look at 3 more types of culture. Normcore, and you can see Bella Hadid as a representative of this style here in this picture. So that's more about clothes, and that's actually also about your lifestyle in general too. So what is Normcore? Normcore, as you can see in the beginning of the word, there is the word norm. That's about everybody being normal. They think that there is nothing special about anyone, just like we're all the same. So, and in the clothes of Bella Hadid, you can see that, yeah, she's wearing something very simple, not special. Steve Jobs, by the way, the owner of Apple Incorporation, he was also a very picturesque, a significant representative of this culture. Memecore. Well, what is the meme? Meme is actually an illustration of a concept that everybody knows. And memecore, that's the style, that's the type of a culture that actually uses the memes, whether these are the funny pictures or whether these are the concepts, brands that everybody knows, in their clothes, in their accessories, and so on and so forth. So here you can see Katy Perry having a purse with McDonald's sign. So McDonald's sign is quite a meme, as everybody knows about it, and everybody can recognize it from the picture as a sign. And the last type of culture here that we have elicited for today is yucky. So yucky is a young, creative individual. That's actually a new hipster. So yucky is a new hipster. As you can see, the man in the picture is wearing some fancy clothes and he seems to be quite self-confident. So he is representative of yucky culture, young, creative individual. Okay, so now that we have taken a look at the most significant representatives of the modern youth cultures, let's take a look and let's read the interview with one of the whole girls, which is a blogger who does unpacking in her videos, and the Guardian journalist. The Guardian, that's a very famous magazine. So take a look at your screens. Youth subcultures. What are they now? Read, listen, and follow the text. Pay attention to the words that are in bold. Зверніть, будь ласка, увагу також на слова, які виділені жирним шрифтом. So, let's start reading. Down the phone, Helena is explaining what a whole girl is to me. Basically, you go out shopping for clothes or beauty products, she says. Then you make a whole video and show viewers on YouTube what you got. You go through the items of clothing one by one. I guess what people get out of them is not showing off, like how much money you've got or anything, but lifestyle. You get to see how one person lives, what their taste is. If you want to criticize a youth cult that involves making videos about your shopping, then Helena has a pretty intriguing counter-argument. It's not just about showing what you've got, she says. It's a whole creative process behind the videos as well, which is what I enjoy about it. Choosing the right music, going from the filming to the editing. Sometimes I even storyboard things because I want certain shots, how I can present different items and things like that. Besides, she says, it's a genuine community. She thinks a lot of whole girls turn on the camera because it's a way to talk to people without having to go outside and face their fears. I know that was the case with me. I turned on my camera because I was at home, signed off work, sick, and really bored. And it helped with my confidence in a way. There's this community where you can talk to like-minded people. So now that we have read the text, you have followed me, and you have definitely noticed the words that are highlighted, the words in bold. Now our task is to match these words with the definitions. Take a look at the next picture. In the left column, you can see the definitions. In the right column, you can see 11 words that we need to match with them. So let's take a look at the words first of all. So these are the words from the text. I will read them aloud. You can repeat after me. 1. Cult. 2. Item. 3. Confidence. 4. Subculture. 5. Lifestyle. 6. To show off. 7. Storyboard. 8. Genuine. 9. Community. 10. Like-minded. 11. Face the fear. So now, as we have revised the words from the text, let's take a look at the first definition. So, A. The typical way of life of an individual, group, or culture. So, what would be the word from the column to the right that we could use to match to this definition? Яке слово з колонки праворуч ми можемо використати для того, щоб з'єднати з даним визначенням? Типовий уклад життя, так, типове життя особистості, групи або культури. So, for this definition, we will definitely use the fifth word, which is lifestyle, the way of life. The second definition. Social group with specific behavior which distinguishes it from others. Тобто соціальна група, яка має якийсь особливий уклад поведінки, який відрізняє цю соціальну групу від інших. Let's think what could it be. This word relates to our topic. So, it's number 4, subculture. We're talking about culture in general. We are talking about the group of people who share this culture. Inside of the general culture, there are tiny subcultures. Отже, є загальна культура, а є підкультура, підтипи культури, які є, по суті, субкультурами. Let's move to the next one. a separate thing. So that would be an object, and that would be the word item that we need to match to this definition. The next one, a panel on which a set of sketches is arranged. So it usually is a wooden panel, and you may use the pictures and some photos that you would like to illustrate your dreams using all these things. So we would use the word storyboard for such the thing. So a panel with pictures with a set of sketches that are arranged on it is called a storyboard. You might have heard the word mood board. Ви могли також чути слово mood board. Це теж тип такої панелі дерев'яної, на яку можна прикріпляти картинки, які будуть ілюструвати ваш настрій. Тобто, якщо storyboard розказує нам певну історію, або ілюструє якісь речі, mood board нам показує настрій. So, let's move to the next definition. To boast something, to display proudly. So, чимось хвалитись, показувати щось з гордістю. Which could be the phrase that we will match to this definition. Of course, that's to show off. The next one. The quality or state of being certain. When you're sure what you're doing, when you're certain that you are a nice person and you can do it, then you can call yourself confident. Or when we are talking about the state, that's of course confidence. Отже, впевнений confident, а саме стан, впевненість – це слово confidence. The next definition is G, and a group devoted to a mutual idea. So when we're talking about a group of people who share the same idea, the same point of view, we would call such group of people as a cult. The next one, sincere and honest, щирий і чесний, which could be the word that we can use as a synonym to these two. Let's think, and of course, that's genuine. So let's go to the next definition. I, the group of people with common interests. How do we call the people who share the same interests? They might have some points of views that are the same. So which word would we use here? That would be number 9, community. So in Ukrainian, we could use the translation спільнота. Тобто якесь спільне об'єднання людей, які мають однакові, спільні, знову ж таки, інтереси. So, common interests, community. The next one is J, having similar tastes or opinions. How can we call this process? So what is it called? Let's take a look. And yes, of course, it's number 10, like-minded. So like-minded means that you have similar tastes or opinions with another person, with your friend, or maybe the person who is not your friend. And the last definition, let's take a look at it, to fight what you're afraid of. So what could be the phrase that matches this definition? Of course, there is no doubt it is number 11, face the fear. Побороти свій страх. That's the phrase that we need to use when we say that we are fighting what we're scared of. Okay, and now let's take a look at the next picture. It actually asks us to check the understanding of the text. So let's take a look at the questions. Check your understanding. Question 1. What is a whole video? Do you remember what it is from the text? Give it a think. Let's say 15 seconds. Of course, a whole video is the video where a blogger makes the unpacking of what they've bought. It could be clothes, it could be some beauty products like cosmetics or something like that. The next question, why do people make whole videos? What do you think? What could be the reasons? Think to yourself, remember to do that in English. And of course, remember what was mentioned in the text about it. Why do people make whole videos? they have different reasons. They want to share something that they have got, they want to show it, but they usually do not show off, right? So they do not boast it. They are just sharing their ideas, their opinions. Number 3, how does Helena describe the community? Do you remember the word that she used to describe it? She was actually saying that the community is rather sincere, honest, supportive. The word that she used in general was genuine. So genuine community is how Helena describes this community of the whole video makers. Number 4, that's now for you to think and to tell yourself what you think of this problem, of this question. In your opinion, how can making a whole video help one increase their confidence? What do you think? Because I think that when you make a video on a camera, when you show what you've got, when you show what you've bought, it actually helps you understand that you are a good speaker and you have so many things to share with people, so many ideas, and it actually raises your confidence to a nice level when you're working with the camera and when you're practicing it. Number 5, what are advantages of talking to like-minded people? And what can be the disadvantages? That's once again a question to you to think personally. What do you think? What is good about talking to like-minded people? What is bad about it? Of course, when we talk to like-minded people, when we are a part of a community, we can share our ideas and we can talk about them and we can learn from that. But the disadvantage could be that you might become narrow-minded. So don't forget, if you're a part of the community, don't forget to pay attention to other things that are going on around the world and around you. So, now that we're finished with the questions, let's move to the vocabulary revision and practice. So, now on this slide, you can see the pictures of the most famous lifestyles of young people and teenagers, the most famous subcultures. And actually, to the right, we have a spiral with the words that we have just used in our text. So, can you elicit the words from this spiral? Let's take a look at it. So here we have some words and phrases that we need to unscramble. So let's take a look at now. The spiral starts with a phrase. Face the fear. Let's write it down. Face the fear. Do you remember what it is? It means to fight something that you're scared of. Let's take a look at the next word. It's C-O-M-M-U-N-I-T-Y, and that's the word community. That's right. Let's write it down. Community, спільнота. Okay, what could be the next word? It starts with G and it ends with E. Can you guess what it is? Definitely, that's the word genuine. It's G-E-N-U-I-N-E. Genuine. Щирий. The next word, let's take a look. That would be the word storyboard, of course. Let's write the word storyboard down. It's storyboard. Okay, what is the next word that we've got here? Okay, after the storyboard, it starts with one word and then a hyphen and then another part of our word, and that is like-minded. Don't forget, a hyphen is defiz. So, like-minded. Однодумці, так, люди з спільною думкою. Це слово має дефіс. So this word has a hyphen. Okay, what goes after like-minded? It starts with S, it ends with E, and it shows the part of culture. Of course, that's the word subculture. Let's write it down. Subculture. Okay, and what goes after the subculture word? We can see it starts with C, it also ends with E, and that's the word that stands for being sure of what you're doing. The word is confidence. Good job. Let's write the word confidence down. So confidence. And what do we have after confidence? Okay, that would be the word that starts with L, it ends with E, and it tells us about the way of life of a person. What could be the word? Take a look. Yes, sure, that's the word lifestyle. All right, we're almost finished. So what about lifestyle? What is after the lifestyle? We have the word that is quite short. There are only 4 letters in it, and that's the word cult. It's quite an easy one. C-U-L-T. Well done. The next word that we can see is also a short word. There are also just 4 letters in it, and that word is used to talk about objects when there is just a separate object. The word is item. And the last word, actually a phrase, a phrasal verb, that shows us that we are boasting with something or we are showing something proudly. So that's show off. Okay, so now we're finished with the words. We have unscrambled the spiral, and let's practice using these words in the sentences. So let's take a look at the next slide. We have to use these words in the sentences. There are 4 extra words, so we will need just 7 of the words to be used in the sentences. Let's take a look at the words once again. These are the words that we have just worked with in the spiral. So face the fear, community, genuine, storyboard, like-minded, subculture, confidence, lifestyle, cult, item, show off. So, and let's take a look at the first sentence. We will need to figure out from its context what word, which word actually we will need to use here. So, number 1. I was very surprised when Jane supported me in that situation. I never thought she could be so. Let's think of Jane as a sincere person, right? We didn't expect her to be so supportive. We didn't expect her to be so honest. And the word that we should use here is genuine. I never thought she could be so genuine. Number 2, it is really important to keep fit and lead a healthy today. So what can a person lead that is healthy? If the person keeps fit, if the person is healthily, so that will be the way of life of this person. And if we're talking about the way of life, that's definitely the word lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle is very important today. Number 3, jumping out of the plane, John realized it was the moment when he finally, his fear. What did he do with the fear? He finally managed to face it. So when we're talking about this, when we're using the word face in this sentence, don't forget that we're talking about the past action. Не забуваємо, що в цьому реченні ми говоримо про минулу дію. Зверніть увагу на дієслово realized та was. І, відповідно, наше дієслово face має бути вживане у минулій часовій формі, тому ми скажемо, що he finally faced his fear. Number 4. There are so many clothes in my wardrobe. I know I should get rid of some, but it's so hard. Отже, в мене в гардеробі дуже багато речей, мені потрібно від деяких з них позбутись. Коли ми говоримо про речі, when we are talking about separate things, we need to use the word item, of course. But here we have the plural. We are talking about many things, so we will use the word items. It's plural form. Number 5, can you imagine? Kate came to school yesterday and started with her new iPhone. Чи можеш уявити, Кейт вчора прийшла до школи і почала що робити зі своїм новим айфоном? Ну, напевно, вона почала ним вихвалятись. Яке слово ми будемо вживати як еквівалент слова вихвалятись in English? That would be a phrasal verb, so a verb and a preposition. Yeah, of course, that's show off. So, she started to show off with her new iPhone. The next sentence. When dreaming of something, you should visualize it on a what? Which thing, which panel with pictures will you use to visualize your dreams or your aims that you want to achieve? So definitely that would be a storyboard. Number 7, the last one here. She seemed to always know what she wanted and never lost her what? She was always sure about what she wanted, so she was confident. But here, she never lost her confidence. Don't forget, this is the noun that we need to use here, the noun form. So, she seemed to always know what she wanted and never lost her confidence. Вона завжди знала, чого вона хотіла, і ніколи не втрачала свою впевненість. Okay, that's it for now. And now let's check whether you can guess what these words on the board are. So, wow, what's that? Can you understand what it is? That's actually phonetics. So that's the transcription of the words. На дошці у нас зображена транскрипція слів, які ми сьогодні з вами вивчили. Давайте перевіримо, чи ви зможете вгадати, що це за слова, та написати їх правильно. So, let's get going and let's take a look at the first one. So, let's take a look. Community. Aha, that's the word community. Can you remember how we write it down? How we spell it? So, it's C-O-M-M-U-N-I-T-Y. Community, спільнота. Number 2, subculture. So, that's subculture, subcultura. Let's write it down. Subculture. Okay. Well done. What about number 3? Confidence. Confidence. Це впевненість. Let's write this word down as well. It starts with C, by the way. Not just like what you can see in the transcription. So, confidence, sound K, letter C in the beginning. Number 4, cult. Cult. In Ukrainian, kult. Let's write it down. It also starts with letter C. C-U-L-T. Cult. Number 5, item. Item. That's a singular, a simple object, a separate one. So let's write down the word item. I-T-E-M. Number 6, like-minded. Like-minded. We use this word to talk about the opinions of people of similar opinions. So let's write the word down. Like-minded. Pay attention to how we write this word down. There is one thing missing between two words. What's that? Do you remember? That's a hyphen. That's right. We need to put a hyphen between like and minded. Маємо використовувати дефіс в цьому слові. Like-minded. Number 7. So what's that? That seems kind of tough, right? But it's not. It's genuine. Genuine. Щирий. Sincere. Genuine. This is the word genuine. And the last one here. Lifestyle. Lifestyle. Стиль життя. The way of life. Let's write it down. This is one word. There is no hyphen. There is no space between two words, life and style. So, a lifestyle. That's the way of life. Okay, so this is it with the words, and this is it with the practice for our today's lesson. Thank you very much for your attention. З вами була пані Анна, англійська мова, 9 клас. Побачимось наступного разу. See you next time!